to go live on YouTube. I kind of like, I went halfway there, and then I went over to Facebook and went live. So, well, if you look on Facebook, you'll see my live broadcast about the news, the NHS. They're fucking insane. They're bastards. They've been killing babies. They've been destroying people. And now they want to deal with people with dementia. My dad died. He had dementia. But now we've got the NHS who want to control the situation, fill you with medication and fucking put you in a unit somewhere. They can fuck off. They're not coming near me. And I'll fucking kill them with a knife. I'll stab them bastards. I will. I'll fucking kill them. NHS, you better stay away from me, you cunt.
Manchester is a human city. It's a human city like New York, like Liverpool's occasion, unlike cities like London.
You missed the news.
About popular music.
That's sad, really. I mean, NHS, you're fucking shit. You are rubbish, man. You fuck off, will you? You know what I mean?
It's really happening. And it exists here.
In 1978, Tony Wilson and Al Nura.
The Rwanda to be, for the purposes of removal of chosen persons to Rwanda, to be safe. That isn't to call black white, that is to recognize changed circumstances and facts.
What do you say to those voters who are absolutely sick to the back teeth of Tory infighting and simply want an early general election?
Well, I say on the first point of your question, I completely sympathise. It is really time that my Conservative colleagues, all of us, realise that we are one team and we must unite behind a sensible interpretation of how we implement this policy. And I believe this bill, and I'm not saying or ruling out for a minute that there may be some valuable suggestions being made in the documents published today. Those need to be looked at and they can be looked at in committee. But we must agree on the structure of a bill. This structure seems to me, and by no means namby-pamby when it comes to asserting parliamentary sovereignty, this bill seems to me to be a very good starting point. Let's see what committee brings by way of amendments, but let's get it through second reading. Let's show the public and the British people that we are moving forward on the plan to stop these votes, which are a corrosive undermining of public trust and confidence in our entire immigration system. It needs to be addressed. This bill is at least the beginnings of doing it.
Have you got absolutely any faith that the Conservative Party is going to unite when we have the ERG, the so-called Common Sense Group, the so-called New Conservatives, the One Nation Caucus? There's no chance of uniting. You've already seen what some of your colleagues have said about this legislation today.
Well, look, people say all kinds of things in the heat of the moment. The Conservative Party is good at coming together when its back's against the wall. What I would say to my colleagues is if we go on like this, of course we're going to switch off millions of people upon whose votes we will depend. Division will be punished, and there can be nothing to be gained by perpetuating divisions over this bill.
If this Rwanda bill is defeated, maybe not tomorrow, maybe perhaps after Christmas, is it all over for Rishi Sunak?
No, I don't think so for a moment. If it gets through second reading, we can have a debate on amendments. Well, it can get through second reading tomorrow. I think it will. I think the next question is what amendments should come, and there may well be an ability there to agree to certain of them. What we can't do is exclude the courts altogether. If we do that, we will make Rwanda withdraw from the agreement. It will be bogged down in the Lords, and as I say, it will unquestionably have complex challenges in the courts. By striking the balance that's been struck now, it is far more likely that we will succeed than not, in my view.
You were in government last time. Factions of the Conservative Party were pulling in very, very different directions and stopping the government getting legislation through. That was over Brexit. Theresa May was the Prime Minister. Let's play you this clip of when you were Attorney General back then. Have a listen.
What are you playing at?
What are you doing? You are not children in the playground. You are legislators.
Are some of your colleagues behaving as children in the playground over this?
No, I don't think so. This is a really fundamental issue to many millions of people. They are upset and they are distressed that after effort upon effort to stop what is clearly an abuse of our system, we have not succeeded in doing so. If I didn't think this bill was the way forward, I have no reason to be here talking to you today. I think it is the beginnings of the way forward. We have to unite. I understand my colleagues' frustration, impatience, I share it. But this bill is the beginnings of the solution to the problem. We need to unite, improve it, but get it through. And at least we will be able to argue in the other place, in international fora, that there is a tenable and real prospect that it complies, not prospect, but real argument, real case, that it complies with our international law obligations, that it complies with reasonable access to courts, and so much more likely that will make it that we will succeed in our objectives. If we carry out wholly unrealistic amendments to this bill, blocking off and excluding courts, we will come up against a brick wall. Parliament is part of a whole system, a constitutional system. It's the most important part, but it is not the only part. And we must have a proper regard to that in considering how this legislation should move forward.
Thank you very much for being with us this evening and talking to our audience. Thank you, Sir Geoffrey Cox, Conservative MP.
Thank you.
Next, an investigation by Newsnight has discovered around 200 members of the Afghan Special Forces, trained and funded by the UK, face imminent deportation back to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan. The soldiers fled to Pakistan, which now says it will expel Afghan refugees. One former UK general has called it a betrayal and a disgrace. Back in 2021, then Prime Minister Boris Johnson told Parliament that the service of these Afghan special forces had been incredibly important, adding that the UK would do whatever we can to get safe passage for them. Joe Inwood has this exclusive report.
On the dusty and dangerous front lines of Afghanistan, British forces relied on the support of their Afghan allies. Many of those men say they have been betrayed.
We are all so disappointed. We never thought that heroes would be abandoned.
We work shoulder to shoulder with the shared aim of bringing security for the people of Helmand.
How can people trust us in the future if we can't do the simple thing of getting people who served with us out of harm's way?
These were Afghanistan's elite, Commando Force 333 and Territorial Force 444. Initially set up to combat the spiraling opium trade, they eventually became the most effective counterinsurgency force in the country.
We carried out thousands of operations to destroy drugs trade. Then after 2007, when the Taliban network started their activities, we carried out operations against them, wherever they were.
The Triples, as they became known, had a fierce reputation.
The Triples were at the front end of the UK's supported counter-terrorism operation. They did the most dangerous, the most difficult, the most important missions accompanied by British soldiers, and did many things that British soldiers didn't do.
One of the places they operated was Helmand, where Mohammed Fahim served as a district governor.
The British were responsible for our security in Helmand. We ran programs shoulder to shoulder with the shared aim of bringing security for the people who lived in Helmand, giving them a good life and making peace.
Mohammed paid a heavy price for his involvement with the British. His brother and 2 cousins were killed by the Taliban. In 2018, he was beaten so badly he spent nearly a month in hospital. And so, when Kabul fell, Both Ali and Mohammed knew they would need to get out of the country. The Triples were amongst the last standing, helping British passport holders at the Baron Hotel, while Mohammed gathered with friends.
It was the worst 24 hours of my life. I feel scared just remembering it. I didn't cry. My brother was killed, but I cried a lot that night.
Neither Ali nor Mohammed made it onto the evacuation flights. Instead, they fled to neighbouring countries, from where they assumed their work with the British meant they would be rescued. But they were wrong. Both men applied to the UK's relocation and assistance scheme called ARAP. It's run by the MOD and is designed to help people who worked for or with British forces and government departments. Them have been rejected more than once.
I have been so disappointed. I served in different high-ranking positions and fulfilled my duties honestly. Despite that, Arab rejected my request twice. I respectfully request that the British authorities check my file. They have all my documents. I am in a terrible situation.
Ali was told that he had not been employed by or even worked with the British. According to the man who set up his unit, his work with the British, they were paid for by them.
So we had one mission. We in British forces, the British government, Afghan in British government, we had one mission, fight insurgency. It was one mission, and donor mission is these triples were British government. It is crystal clear. So 100%.
Mohammed was also told he didn't meet any of the criteria, even the one saying he had to have worked alongside a UK government department.
Really disappointing. Well, they would support their allies. I even had generals and ambassadors supporting my cause, but was rejected.
And that support came in the form of this letter. Now, this is a confidential document that we've been given a copy of, and it was sent by high-ranking military and diplomatic figures to the Foreign Office. And it's calling for 32 named Afghans who worked in Helmand to be given sanctuary here in the UK because of what it calls their tireless and courageous work. Now, one of the people it names is Mohammed Fahim, and one of the signatories was Sir Richard Barrons.
So if you're going to object someone who was the governor of Gamshir province during the time of the British service in Afghanistan, it makes you wonder whether anybody ever satisfies the rubric of this particular scheme. This is a man who is in jeopardy, who in my mind falls under the commitment that we made to get those people out. And I haven't seen the evidence, but rejection defies common sense.
It is more than 2 years since they fled the Taliban, and for both men, the clock is ticking. They are now in hiding in neighbouring countries. Their visas expired, and they are far from the only ones. I've been told there are around 200 former members of the Triples stuck in Pakistan who've been denied help by the MOD and facing imminent deportation. And they fear what will happen if they're sent back to Afghanistan.
We know of many former soldiers who were recognized and have disappeared, almost certainly killed. When Iran and Pakistan deport people, the Taliban have a list and our biometric data.
I was governor in Gamshir district when we arrested a famous Taliban commander. He was in background prison for 8 years, but now he is in the government. He knows that we were part of the operation when he was arrested. He's a cruel person.
If they're sent back to Afghanistan, the Taliban will feel that they have been handed back some of their most fierce opponents. And the track record is they're either jailed or killed.
2 years on, and the Taliban are now fully in control of Afghanistan. Some say it is not only the humiliation of withdrawal which has dented Britain's reputation.
I'm 100% sure that that others, when other nations, other progressive forces, when they see Afghans, when they look at Afghan people, Afghan miseries, how they contrast to the West.
The Afghans will say, well, you managed to mount a complex, comprehensive, enduring military operation into Afghanistan. So the fact that you can't help us with this small thing of managing the migration of maybe a couple of thousand, well, you're either guilty of incompetence or you're guilty of ill will. You can't have it both ways.
The Arab scheme is managed by the Ministry of Defence. In a statement, they said, each Arab application is assessed individually and in accordance with published policy, and we do not automatically make a decision on eligibility based on a job role. They also said nearly 25,000 Afghans had been helped to the UK. But Ali and Mohammed are not amongst their number. As the Pakistani authorities continue to crack down on Afghans living there illegally, the triples are getting desperate.
We spend all our time waiting, day and night, checking our emails to receive a positive response from Arab. This is our only option, as there is no way we can return to Afghanistan. If there was just 1% chance, we would not stay here enduring all this humiliation and suffering.
It is painful, it is sad. It shouldn't have turned out like this. But I will not forget how we looked after one another in remote villages. With British and American soldiers, we shared our blankets during the cold. Their commander put his blanket over my shoulders. It is sweet memory for me, but it makes what happened later so disappointing.
Joe is here, and your important investigation was brought up in the House of Commons today.
Yeah, absolutely. So we published a version of this on the news website this morning, and soon after we found out that an urgent question was being tabled by the Labour Party. But in truth, the difficult questions came from all sides of the House.
Hopefully the clip is coming.
I think we're going to hear some questions.
Bear with me. Here we go.
On the dusty and dangerous front lines of Afghanistan, British forces relied on the support.
Sorry, that's obviously the wrong clip. I'm so sorry.
Well, I can reflect a couple of the questions.
Please do, yes. Apologies.
No, of course. So you had some from the Labour front bench, which was basically questioning the way in which the government has handled this and the kind of the measures that they're taking and the way that they're assessing, because that's really what this comes down to. Are they assessing these cases on a case-by-case basis? But then from the Conservative side as well, you've got many former soldiers there, people who are reflecting the genuine anger, I think. There was quite a sense of quiet fury you got from some of the backbenches about this, because these triples are people that some members of the Houses of Parliament have served with. And I think they were reflecting the fact that it was, I think the exact quote was, if this wasn't so tragic, it would almost be funny. And so you are finding, I think, from both sides, real anger about the way that this has been handled. Now, for the government, it was James Heappey, he's the Armed Forces Minister, who was responding. And he was at pains to point out that, as we heard in my report there, the government say they are helping Afghans. But he also was keen to emphasise that really there's a limit to the number of people that they can help. I mean, of course, we've had debates around the net migration figures, and they did raise that. That was brought up, the total numbers here, and they say they are doing their best. But one of the big challenges they've got is that they don't have, they say, the correct information, the correct records for all of these people. And they also suggested that some people are making claims which they can't really substantiate.
So what is going to happen next then?
That is a very, very good question. And the truth is, it's impossible to answer these things entirely. But what we can say is it felt like there was a sort of a change in the mood today. This is something which has been raised before, but this urgent question, I think the debate that it brought on does feel like it might have started to shift the dial. Now, I know I've been speaking to diplomatic sources and military sources, and I know there have been people pushing behind the scenes. There was a question to David Cameron, Lord Cameron, the new Foreign Secretary, last week about this issue, and I think they are going to keep raising this. Now, of course, as I said before, the government have said that there is a limit to the number of people that they can help, but supporters of the triples, and as I said, they are really silently furious about this, say that exceptions need to be made, their cases need to be looked at, and they need to be brought to safety.
Thank you very much, Joe. Sorry about those clips. It is the technology, I'm told. Sorry about that. Now, Rishi Sunak was new in the job of Chancellor of the Exchequer when the pandemic hit in 2020, and today he gave evidence to the COVID inquiry. He was popular 3 years ago after coming up with the furlough, which cost tens of billions of pounds and saved many people's livelihoods. In the August of 2020, he spent more public money enticing us all to go out more. Eat Out to Help Out was his scheme. Since then, he's attempted to position himself as on the lockdown skeptic side within government. He's also said politicians have a responsibility to balance the need to protect public health with protection of the economy. But is that framing sensible, or is it a false choice? Here's Ben.
During the pandemic, did policymakers face a trade-off between protecting health and wealth, between saving lives and looking after livelihoods? Here's what Rishi Sunak said today.
There were a range of impacts, many of them socioeconomic, the impact on children's education, on mental health, on the issue in the criminal justice system, as well as the pure economic impact. And it was important that policymakers considered the totality of those.
During the pandemic, a consensus emerged over time that there probably wasn't much of a trade-off, that the best way to protect the economy and everything else was ultimately to lock down and concentrate on containing the virus. But what does the evidence today suggest? Let's look at it through Newsnight's global tracker lens. Here's how the G7 economies did economically in the initial stages of the pandemic, between the end of 2019 and the middle of 2020. The UK took the biggest hit, with GDP falling by 22%. And here's the relative performance of the G7 in deaths per million. Again, the UK seems to come out worst, 3,438 deaths per million people. Put the two measures together and you have this. The UK in the top left, worst on deaths and also worse on GDP performance. Some attribute this double whammy to the UK's delay in locking down. And look at the downward sloping trend. You might look at this and conclude that countries that did better on reducing deaths also did better on protecting the economy, so that there was indeed no trade-off between the two. But we need to be careful about jumping to such strong conclusions from cross-country statistical comparisons like this. First, because there's uncertainty about how comparable the economic data is between countries. Second, because the performance on deaths depends on many complex factors, such as the underlying health of the population and the state of the health service, not just the stringency and timing of lockdowns. But be careful too of that common argument that Sweden, which didn't lock down, proves that lockdowns really do more harm than good. Researchers have looked at Sweden's performance on the economy and lives lost relative to other directly comparable Scandinavian countries which did lock down and rejected that argument. This shows Sweden, like the UK, were apparently the worst of both worlds, a bigger economic hit than its peer Scandinavian economies of Norway, Denmark and Finland, and also a worse performance on deaths. Despite the trenchant claims on both sides, the picture on lockdowns is nuanced. Recent detailed work by researchers at the Institute for New Economic Thinking using data from New York suggests the argument that lockdowns were entirely counterproductive is not justified. Yet they also argue that in hindsight, there was a trade-off between health and wealth, and that blanket lockdowns might have been a mistake. Shutdowns could perhaps have been more focused on customer-facing industries rather than covering sectors like manufacturing and construction. And many other researchers argue that the decision to close schools looks very questionable, again in hindsight, given what we know about the impacts on children's education. This isn't the final word, of course, and there may never be a final word on something so contentious and where the data is so open to different interpretations. But given this inquiry is meant to look at lessons learned, the hope is that we can do better if there is a next time.
If we'd had a more collaborative sort of approach to analysis, advice and policy making, perhaps we could have identified those policies that control the virus with a minimal impact in a more effective way?
Perhaps any lesson learning needs to start with an appreciation of the inherent complexity of these kind of situations and the uncertainty about the data that informs them.
Well, as chair of the Cross-Party Public Accounts Committee, Labour's Dame Meg Hillier has monitored the amounts of money spent by the government during COVID when Mr Sunak was Chancellor to see if taxpayers were getting value for money. It's a big question. Were they?
Well, I think one of the things that we've been really clear about is because of the lack of preparation and many schemes, particularly the bounce back loan schemes, there wasn't enough done to drive out the prospects of fraud. And that's one of the big drivers of lack of value for money, because that was money going to fraudsters, not to keep people in work, not to keep businesses going, but people who actually, and that's going to take a long while to crystallise, around 7 billion at least. We don't really know what the figure will be. Obviously, and we were very tolerant as a committee at the beginning, certain things had to be done fast, but crucially, even at that early stage, and we were looking at this, remember, from the summer of 2020 in quite a lot of detail, there wasn't a real plan for how to balance these issues. So although there had been previously some plans for dealing with pandemics, the planning more recently had been, as has been well reported, focused on health, not really looking at the economy. So all of those moving parts mean that there were big questions about particularly the fraud elements, and that's one of our big findings.
The current Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, said just this week he was, quote, ferociously determined to recover money obtained by fraud during COVID. I mean, Parliament did mandate the government to act fast when you think about securing PPE, for example, and they mandated it to do it without tendering because there was a global race to get hold of PPE.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's within the rules to do things like that without tendering in emergency situations. They didn't even have to change the law to do that. But we gave some credence and some credit for some leeway really at those early stages. But even by the autumn of 2020, some of the same mistakes that we had been highlighting and publishing reports on were still happening. So that's things like the bounce back loans, 24 to 48 hours for a bank to agree a loan. Not surprisingly, the banks said we want 100% government guarantee, we won't do this. And that's a long tail because we still don't know whether those will all be paid back because there's a 10-year tail, well, a 10-year from when they were first lent. So there's a lot of uncertainty about that level. And some of that will be bad credit, it won't be fraud. So, there's levels of overpayments that won't necessarily be down to egregious fraud. And the longer it goes on, of course, the harder it is to get that fraud. So furlough fraud now, in many cases, will be very difficult to pursue. In certain industries, it's easier, but even now, it would be very difficult to do that.
In terms of the COVID inquiry itself, this section has now finished with the Prime Minister giving evidence today. You have flagged that the inquiry is expensive, in particular the amount of public money spent on lawyers and PR advice.
Well, the Public Accounts Committee hasn't done any work to look exactly at the inquiry. And of course, it's a judge-led inquiry. It needs to have its own space. It's, I think, wrong for me to try and make a conclusion about where it's going or whether it itself is value for money at this point, because it's still partway through. But it is important, I think, that we have an inquiry that does this work. And I think it's important that we look at and understand what happens in government in these situations. But going back to what the committee has said, we were concerned when we looked at the preparation for COVID that the preparations were all been around health and not around other things, and that there was just not a plan. And really, what it is, Victoria, is a lot of people thought they wouldn't be standing when the music stopped. We have a big issue about how to manage risk and resilience in government, and something we've looked at since COVID in particular. And we think that there is a big issue there about making sure we're prepared for the worst, hoping for the best. But too often, and COVID really showed up some elements of our system that really we weren't preparing for the worst, and then had to act fast, and in many cases act fast and rather loose, really, with government finances.
I want to ask you about the cost of the Rwanda scheme. We learned last week 290 million, so an extra 100 million this year and 50 million to Rwanda next year. Now, you were questioning the permanent secretary from the Home Office today, and we learned that more money is going to be paid next year, the year after, and the year after that. But he wasn't able to tell you how much. Why?
Well, no, this has been a bit of a real joke, actually. Both my Select Committee, the Public Accounts Committee, and the Home Affairs Select Committee asked the Permanent Secretary for figures. He refused to provide them until he sent us a letter published before we'd even seen it on Thursday night at 9:45 to say that he did then reveal some of the figures that we've been asking for. This is because they've been, he says, inadvertently leaked to the International Monetary Fund or released to them by the Rwanda government. I say leaked, we don't know how it got there, but that's being investigated. But yes, so we now know that there's a 5-year plan for payment, but we don't know what the payments will be the year after, next financial year. It's just not good enough. This is a flagship government scheme. Whatever you think of it, government's wanting to deliver this. And we have no understanding about why he will not share figures with us. We're now seeking a meeting with him across both select committees to see if we can get a proper reporting to Parliament about the cost of this scheme.
Thank you very much for being with us this evening, Dame Meg Hillier. Thank you. That's all from us tonight. Sorry again for the technical problems. I'll be back tomorrow. There won't be any, I promise you. Join us for all the reaction after that Rwanda vote. Good night.
Hello there, good evening. Following the weekend's storms, then today was a much quieter day of weather with plenty of blue sky and sunshine, but another area of low pressure will be pushing northwards and eastwards overnight tonight, bringing heavy downpours of rain across Northern Ireland, Counties Down and Armagh in particular, before that rain sweeps across England and Wales towards southern Scotland and northeast England by tomorrow morning. Again, some heavy rain expected here, but a frost-free start to the day. There will be some more showers swirling on behind that main weather front across the whole of the UK. Some of the showers heavy and thundery in places with strong gusty winds, particularly for Irish Sea coast and for Channel coast as well, but it's mild, 7 to 13 degrees Celsius again. Now our area of low pressure pulls away into the near continent as we head through Tuesday into Wednesday. It's very slow moving. There'll be a hangback of cloud towards North Sea facing coast on Wednesday, with still a few showers in the mix at times, but brightening up slowly from the west, and it will start to feel colder with more of a northwesterly wind blowing. And temperatures, of course, will be lower, just 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, I think, across Scotland, 9 or 10 degrees Celsius further south. This rain in the west will be pushing eastwards overnight on Wednesday, and it could turn briefly to snow, particularly over the hills, the mountains of Scotland and the Pennines, before it turns back to rain again. And then that rain will clear away on Thursday. So again, brightening up once more from the west despite the initial rain, and high pressure built in from the south as we head through Friday. Bye-bye.
EastEnders, Christmas Day at 9:45 on BBC One and iPlayer.
If all you want for Christmas is great Christmas music, then BBC Sounds is the place to go for party vibes or cozy times. If you're never leaving the house or on the road again, embracing the chaos or enjoying the peace, we've got Christmas sounds for that. Search Christmas music, listen only on BBC Sounds.
Dixon, this is Granger. What are you doing?
Get control of Alpha now! 7 orders on Scottish soil.
We need to visit the base in Woodland.
Somebody told them what we're doing here. Find out who.
Why were you there?
Those drones are tools for aggression.
We're all suspects.
Yes, of course we are. Come home. I can't.
The new series of Vigil continues tomorrow at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Plotting, backstabbing, and a cast to die for now on BBC Two. The Death of Stalin includes prolonged violent scenes, very strong language, and scenes you may find upsetting.
There's a Beckstein. I got a Beckstein. Yep, a Beckstein. Can you believe that?
Moscow, Director Andrea, what is it? 17 minutes? Yes, of course I can ring back in 17 minutes. Yeah. Yes, I'm writing it down. 1, 5. Sorry, was that a 9? Is it in 5? Or another 5 is in hive. Hive. Hello? Hello? Hive. Who was it? Secretariat of the General Secretariat. Of the General Secretary. The Secretary of the General... Stalin. Turn that down. Put that apple down. You're always eating bloody apples. I was calling back in 17 minutes.
17 minutes from when you picked up the phone or from when you put it down?
17 minutes from when I said I'd call back in 17 minutes. When was that?
I don't know. 30 seconds ago? A minute?
Or which one?
A minute.
A minute?
A minute.
You sure?
No.
Well, I put Stamen on the list, the writer. I know you like his work, but nah, leave it on. And Stamen to his wife. Oh, they're a couple, aren't they?
I'm talking about Stalingrad. All it was that we would do anything to warm ourselves up. We would throw live grenades to each other, pull the pin, throw it to the prisoners. They'd be jumping around like drunken whores.
What was the grenade?
A grenade?
Yogi,
it was a grenade. It's a grenade. What do you
You're
mean?
obstructing the
What's the
story.
grenade?
Let him tell.
So, 10 past, call came in, 17 minutes, call back, 10:27.
Yep.
You don't seem confident. Well, I wasn't the one on the phone. And it was a 9, it's definitely a 9, wasn't it? I wasn't the one on the phone. No, you keep saying that, but it's not helping. I wasn't.
A grenade in his mouth. It was cracks me up, this one.
I've had this suspect.
Oh, there he goes. Yes. Just which the ear this area.
Shoot her before him, but make sure he sees it. On this one, kid him, take him to his church, stump him in the pulpit. And I'll leave the rest up to you.
Stop!
First 3 names on the list. Top name, top and 15th. Go. Comrade, it's the greatest honor. You can't see me bow. Comrade Director. Okay. 9.
Hello. This is Stalin. Sorry, it's really noisy. I'm sorry about that. How are you? How is it that it's who you are? Sorry again. Are you there? Receiving you. I want a recording of tonight's performance. I'll send someone to pick it up.
Was the concerto recorded?
Was it recorded?
Please say yes. No, why not live?
Okay, nobody leave, lock the doors, lock those doors. If you wouldn't mind just taking your seats again, please, that would be fantastic. Take your seats, take your seats. Don't worry, nobody's going to get killed, I promise you. This is just a musical emergency. Take your seats, that's it. Nobody be alarmed, it's fine. Sit down, do not defy me. Sit your asses down.
Shortly up, everybody drink. As I was saying, we had this 12-year-old scout. His whole family was wiped out by the crowds. But before that, he taught us this trick. If you stick somebody's little finger in a glass of water while they're sleeping, they wet themselves.
Hey, what next? You stick a bar of chocolate in their pocket, they shit their pants.
But it's biology teacher. We did it to Polnikov in Stalingrad. But anyway, shit your pants, that's great.
Whoever became a Polnikov?
You want to know where fucking Polnikov is? You want to go there?
Oh, I love that grenade story. Oh, is there one in your pocket?
No, come on. No, not again. No, you. Oh, God.
Hey,
damn it.
Colt Red Andy.
Oh, I would die for the motherland.
Take this, you bastards! All right, let's get going.
Time for a cowboy movie. Who's in my posse?
There you go. He rides out. He gets shot off his horse.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's going to be okay. Did you that before? What do you think?
Well, half the audience have gone. The acoustic will be very lively.
Can we get some more people in off the street? Get that fat one so we don't need as many.
Really? How fat? I could get my wife. She'd deaden the acoustic.
Comrades, shut up! I have wonderful news. Comrade Stalin loved tonight's concerto and would like a recording of it right away, which we don't have for reasons that are myriad and complex. But meanwhile, concerto we just played will be played again. And this time we will record it and we will applaud it. Yes.
Excuse me. I won't do it.
Sit down. Sit down. You, Joan of Arc, you want to get killed?
Oh, my father got killed, my brother, like that.
I don't want you to live.
I won't do it. You can't force me.
We'll just give another minute.
That would be ridiculous. The sound would be completely different. I mean, even Stalin. I didn't mean.
Even Stalin? I hope this office isn't bugged.
Of course, Comrade Stalin would be able to tell the difference. He's the great man with the great ear.
2 great ears. Sharp. Very sharp. The sharpest ears in
the Soviet Union.
Maria Venemenovna,
you have to play. I didn't mean what I said.
So you said it then? As God is my witness, I won't do it. The Lord will see me through.
10,000 rubles.
20,000.
No.
Let's go. Oh, what the fuck? What fucking brainless fire safety fucking idiot put that there? So we need a new conductor. Let's go.
Which one's your father in?
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
For me? Let's get these on the bus.
I love you. Now, you say whatever you have to say to them. You say it. Hello. Deepest apologies.
Radio Moscow requests your presence immediately, please. You're Moscow's finest and nearest conductor, so we must hurry.
I don't enjoy your reference to Polnikov.
Stalin, looked like you were going to split your head open.
Oh, what became of Polnikov and Trotsky? I was a huge fan of his.
I'm Mr. Tsar.
I'm exhausted. I can't remember who's alive and who isn't. Georgie, when you go home, make sure your wife writes down everything you think you said tonight. All right, this way, in the morning, you know what you're getting. It's Khrushchev's law.
All right. Good night, comrades. Long live the Communist Party of Lenin Stalin. Long live John Wayne and John Ford.
Goodbye, Morozov, old friend. Goodbye forever. You're on the list. It'd be simpler and cheaper if they just drove straight into a river. See, Jeeves.
Good night.
All right.
People in off the streets. Just this way.
I don't think any of these people have ever heard of Mozart. I made a joke about the farmers.
The Stalin laugh?
Yeah. Made a joke about the Navy. They'll laugh.
No more Navy jokes.
Good evening.
Get this all checked in.
Good. Nice.
Let me check it. No time. If it's not okay, then Stalin's men will chop you into dog meat. Thank you.
Excuse me. Thank you. I have it. I have it.
I have the recording. Just to get a new sleeve. And a white one.
The delay has been long.
I wish to convey a special message from my heart.
I wish to convey this recording to Comrade Stalin.
I want Comrade Stalin to know the full intensity of my feelings for him.
No, this is unauthorized narcissism.
No. The item is now in my possession after a significant delay. And at the time,
What took you so long? You fucking walk here.
Joseph Vissarionovich Stalin, you have betrayed our nation and destroyed its people. I pray for your end and ask the Lord to forgive you. Tyrant.
Should we investigate? Should you shut the fuck up before you get us both killed?
Good morning. Well, Comrade Comrade Stalin! Comrade Stalin!
I just need some names. Each name you give me is one less bit of your arm cut off. Enter.
Sorry to interrupt, Comrade Minister. It's Comrade Stalin.
Oh, don't worry about him. Those ears are full of blood anyway.
Comrade Stalin is very ill.
Very ill?
Yes.
Uh-huh. You carry on.
Of course.
Tell them Barrier is on his way. They have to touch nothing. Call that one. Understand? Tell me you understand my instructions.
I understand your instructions.
Good. What's your name, Lieutenant?
Slimanov, sir.
Slimanov. Be here when I get back. Abramovsky's still holding out?
Yeah.
He's close. He was close yesterday. Have his wife move into the next cell and start working on how to do talks. Make it noisy. Shame, Mrs. Abramovsky's been most cooperative so far.
Some women will do anything to get their husbands released.
Yeah, and she did everything. I thank the union for bringing me so many devoted wives who fuck like sewing machines. Glasses. To his Thatcher, actually.
Tanks, farmers, navy, grenade, funny, barrier, tomato pocket, funny, horse,
Funny.
slippers, question mark, farmers, horse again, navy.
Horse. What are you writing? A horse. Is this in code?
This is your drunken nonsense, not mine. Don't blame my notes.
Molotov, CHHH. What was I stuttering? What is that?
Molotov.
Oh, it's Molotov. He's on the list.
Poor Molotov. First his wife, now him.
Georgie is off in a hurry somewhere. Something's happening. Hello? What? Give me trousers. Just, no, not you. Who's there? Is Barry there? Never mind. I'll be right there.
Your trousers. Let me get your pajama.
No, there's no time. Get my shoes, please, Nina, my shoes. Send me a shirt and tie.
Were you on duty when you was found?
Yes.
No one is to come in, understood?
Yes, sir.
Where are your stations?
They told me not to get a doctor.
You did well, Mashina Petrovna. The Central Committee will handle things now.
So they'll get a doctor?
There are procedures in place.
So you'll get a doctor?
I am the doctor. I'll see to everything. Come on. Come on, you'll be fine. It smells like a Baku piss, doesn't it? Greetings, by the way. Oh, shit. Uh-huh.
I'll cut your eyes out one at a time so you can watch it happening.
Is this?
I'm guessing that this is.
Yeah, he's feeling unwell, clearly. He's irreplaceable. How can we possibly?
I was thinking of the people. As acting General Secretary, I must step up. I must take his place while he's on the floor.
But you just said he's irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. Take his place, as in assembling the Central Committee, of course.
Good. I was testing you. Get used to that sort of challenge. So what next, boss?
We should get a doctor.
Yeah. Yes, if only we hadn't put away all those highly competent doctors for treason.
Yes, I do. And they were plotting. They were plotting to poison him.
Yes, that's right. You collected the evidence.
I did. Are you still testing me?
Oh, this is calamity. Calamity. Oh no. Oh, he's on the floor. He's on the fucking floor.
Okay, be careful.
Oh, what to do? Oh, what to do? My heart. I feel sick. Like it's going into battle. Oh. Which doctor have you called?
Oh, well,
The subject's currently under discussion.
as acting General Secretary, I think that, the committee should decide.
The committee? But our actual general secretary is lying in a puddle of indignity. I mean, I think he's saying, get me a doctor now.
No, I don't agree. I think we should wait until we're quartered.
Quartered? The room is only 75% conscious.
Are you wearing pajamas?
Yes, so?
Why?
Because I act, Lavrenti, decisively and with great speed.
I said you'd be tested, and right now you're being tested by a shouting man wearing pajamas. You've got a nappy under those too. Too late for him. Out of my way, you fatties. Shit. Where's the big fella?
Only late. Sorry.
You can't go. Not like this.
Whoa. Wait.
So, let's bury you here first.
What do you think?
Stop it, fucking.
You got here quick, comrade.
Well, I didn't stop to put on cologne.
What's your suit? Compelling drama, gentlemen, but we do need to get him into bed. Right, you take the head.
Why?
You're acting General Secretary.
I would be honored.
It's just me here kneeling in the pits, yeah?
But this piece of... Come on.
It is better. It's more balanced.
You can play my laundry building. What? You're not auditioning for the Bolshoi. Who are you, Nijinsky? Come on.
I have a bad back.
Too much social climax.
The head is the heaviest part.
All right, ready? 3,
2, 1.
live. Jesus.
Jimmy, this way, honey, thanks.
Yeah, all right.
Are you wearing pajamas?
Can we just stop twittering like fishwives at the market and concentrate?
Whoa.
Open the door. Back up. Get back to the kitchen now.
Move.
Now.
He's heavier than I thought he'd be. Oh, you think Star is too heavy?
No, it's a compliment. Gold is heavy.
Well, you know, you've looted enough of it. You said you look fire up.
Get back in the dining room. Right, guess what? This way.
Stop using his feet.
I'm sorry.
Can we just put him down? I'm having so much.
Out of the way. Out of the way. Jesus Christ. I'm over.
Fuck me. 3 feet is over his suit. 3.
Well, he looks ready now.
I need a vodka.
I need a wash.
Well, we didn't drop him. Well done, us.
Oh, still a fucking tomato in my pocket.
Still funny.
All right, comrades. Now that we're quartered, I propose we call a doctor.
All the best doctors are in the gulag. Or dead.
Yes, because they tried to kill the boss.
So any doctor still in Moscow is not a good doctor.
What are people's thoughts on getting a bad doctor?
What the fuck are you talking about? That's mad. What if he recovers and finds out? Well, if he recovers, then we got a good doctor. If he doesn't recover, then we didn't, but he won't know. What was the name of that woman who gave evidence against the doctors?
Tomashuk.
Yes, she's got everything we require for this situation. The location of all the remaining doctors in the Moscow area, a proven desire to survive, and a talent for fellatio.
Right, she gets my vote. Yeah, good. Let her find us some doctors. Yeah, and if it goes badly, we pin it all on Lady Suck Suck.
Then we shoot her. Yes, that would work.
You see? We're better as a committee. Let's go.
You're a nice long sleep, old man. I'll take it from here.
Please, I've done nothing wrong.
Take the stethoscope.
Comrade Tomashuk, I retired 6 years ago.
Get that coat on then.
Please, look, I can give you legs.
Come on. Stop protesting.
What about my dog?
Hurry up! Get in the bench. The fans are old friends of yours.
I've never met them before in my life.
So, Molotov's on the list. Yes, Barry is moving fast. But we can still outvote him. You know, I always thought it would be you to fill Stalin's shoes. I'm honest. Not Malenkov.
Who knows the future of the Union?
Well, the Union could really use change. I mean, maybe some reforms now that the old man...
No, Nicky. Nobody needs factionalism.
Oh, you want factionalism? What about those two? Fucking Abbott and Costello over there.
Christ. When I piss, try to make eye contact with an officer. Ruins their day.
I tried to piss on an officer. Also ruins their day. We should keep an eye on Kaganovich.
Yeah, Khrushchev, too, is talking goat.
Oh, Christian. I spent my life making people talk. I can't shut that gambling idiot up. We need to assert our authority, increase security in Moscow.
We should get Stalin's children here.
Vasily will be lying face down in a ditch full of vodka, but Svetlana,
people love her. I'm going to get her in.
Svetlana is here!
I'm here! I'm over here!
Svetlana! Svetlana!
Shit, the race has started. All right, we need to start putting together a plan. We need change. Put a halt to the arrests, prison releases, maybe even reform the church.
How can you run and plot at the same time?
Hello! Svetlana!
They're trying to cut you off. Whatever. It's obvious.
Svetlana!
Svetlana! Oh, my darling.
Where is he? Where's my father?
Oh, so
I would like to see him.
Yes, of course. Yes, we'll take
Where is he?
Yes, we'll take him inside. He's in there.
Straight away. God almighty, look at that. Look at that herb garden. Does nobody tend it anymore? Do people no longer eat herbs anymore? What do they eat? Weeds?
Come on, we'll take
Where
him to
is
see.
Vasily? Where is Vasily?
I will get your brother here. First help.
All right. If Vasily is coming, granted we should probably have tea and buns.
Yes, we'll get some.
So cut the vodka.
What?
I saw you, big boy, out in the woods earlier.
Yeah?
Bears in there. You better watch your steps on.
Well, there's bears in here, too.
Hmm?
Oh, Jesus. When we play Hungary, we're allowed to use guns.
Come on, Gerald. These are the best I can find since the plane crash.
What plane crash? There was never a plane crash. Was there a plane crash? Soviet planes do not crash, and Stalin's son does not fuck up.
Christ. We still have Bobrov. He wasn't on the plane.
What plane? Bobrov!
Come on, that's it! Oh, he's terrified. Practically leaving a trail of yellow ice. Now look, you're coach. Coach them so they're as good as the dead team was, or I'll have you killed, okay?
Apologies. I don't agree.
Or I'll just do it myself. Come on! Play on! Play through! Ignore me! Give it! Give it! Hit it!
Silly! Quick!
Play better, you flattering fannies! Oh, fuck. They're not better. Give me your temperature. Give me the flask. Give me the flask.
You're to come to your father's statue.
See, the pain should never have taken off. Do you suppose that just because I am who I am, that I can predict an ice storm?
Ice storm? Are you saying something's happened to our national team?
Nothing's happened.
What the fuck do you think you're doing? My father will have you saddled and ridden to Siberia, you rude fucking pies.
5 minutes.
These are good doctors, my dear. They're the best.
They look like mental patients. Are they going to sing for us? Why are they standing in line?
Let's have it.
Following a group assessment of Comrade Stalin, we've arrived at the unanimous conclusion based on a collective finding.
Comrade Stalin has had a cerebral hemorrhage. The right side of his body is paralyzed.
What is the chance of recovery?
It's hard to say.
Relax, I'm not going to kiss you. Will you recover, yes or no? It's over. It's over!
I want a second opinion. I don't trust these creatures to... I mean, how old are you?
I'm 29.
That's a lie. How old are you? You look dead. I know people in Stalingrad. I know people in Moscow.
No. We have all the doctors. There is no other opinion.
Oh, God.
So it begins.
I cried for Stalin. I cried for all the people. I cried for the people.
Courage. Courage, little bird. We're here for you.
Most of all, we cried for you, little bird.
We offer our tears, though not as a gift, of course.
It's been cauterized now. Cut off the city.
No one gets in.
NKVD to displace army officers at every station.
Whoa!
I'll be back to Clara. You're taking over.
I'll remove Molotov from that last list. Implement our lists.
New lists.
Lists. Ladies and gentlemen, please look at choose.
New lists.
Trophy hunting, comrade.
Oh, Svetlana. No, I was we were just about to make a toast to your father's health, and he kept some fine vodka here somewhere.
Oh, better you find it from my brother.
Ah, yes. Vasily. I got a hold of him and he's on his way.
Oh,
I
you
wanted
know,
to.
there was one day when my brother just rode a pig through here.
Oh, that must have been messy.
It was terribly messy. My father was so cross. Papa just chased him around the room in a circle, right here around this sofa, just there.
Svetlana, yes, I wanted to let you know that no matter what happens, I will never, ever let any harm come to you or your brother.
Who said anything about harm?
No, that's what I'm
You know
saying.
that somebody wants to harm us. Tell me.
If someone.
I demand to know.
No, I should not have used the word harm.
Yes, but you keep mentioning the word harm.
No.
Why?
If anyone tries to, you don't have to get through me first.
My father's going to die and I'm going to have you to look after him. I mean, I may as well just shoot myself like mother.
Svetlana, we need to be strong.
What's a lamp on a chair?
We need to be strong. And Never afraid.
Yeah, well, I wasn't afraid. Now I am afraid.
No, don't be, because if any harm.
Oh, God. I actually can't believe
Sorry.
it's over again.
Quick, the bus is back!
America, his darling is invincible. The force of ship death back to the salt mine. What's happening? This is awesome. I'm wonderful.
Recruiting. What is it? Maybe he's appointing his successor. Do you think? Maybe not. It's a painting. It's a painting. He's pointing at a painting.
Hold on, you know what he's saying? He is saying, I am the lamb. Huh? I am the lamb, and you, my children, have given me life.
Yeah. Or the lamb is the people, and the milk is socialism.
Maybe he's the milk.
Maybe you're the tip. Maybe he just wants a drink. A drink of milk.
Milk here, immediately.
Not milk, water. Water, not in a horn, in a glass.
Oh, top boy. You had your hair fucking bound or something. I heard to him and the people. There's going to be photos.
Oh, right. You're a hero, Comrade Lukomsky.
This sometimes happens, and I'm incredibly pleased.
I won't forget it.
Comrade, we've remained at our post as you ordered.
Might we respectfully stand down from our position?
Beria is dead.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, boss. I wish I could take it for you.
Thick skull is, it's an incredibly strong, hard skull.
Shut up.
We need to think about the Presidium.
Yeah, succession. We need to. That's his.
Who organised the Wurlington?
It's a respirator.
Did you use it?
No, it's American.
It's It's from his hospital.
It was his idea.
All right, let's just pretend his last 6 sentences never happened, because they're going to find out.
What are you doing to my father, you jackals? Murderers should kill it!
Vasily, your father is dead.
You're dividing the spoils. Leave his brain alone. How old are you?
I'm old.
You're not old. You're not even a person. You're a testicle. You're made mostly of hair.
Vasily.
Here's your fucking half head. Here it is. Leave me alone. I don't want power. No. Don't let it from you.
I said he remembers what Papa said.
Yes, but they have a machine and they're filling his brain with American lies.
Gently through the river because there are snakes and crocodiles.
Okay, Vasily, everything's going to be fine.
It's not exactly fine, is it?
No,
It's not
well, not exactly fine.
My father's lying there with his head open.
Yes, your father's dead. Your brother is shooting a gun. It's not fine. You're right. Come on.
There we go. You have all made a deadly mistake.
That's right. Off you go, kitten.
Just keep the gun away from him.
I've got loads anyway. Have you forgotten how to salute?
That's
Then salute me. Now, let that be a warning.
Be strong. I hear my father say.
Come on, chop chop. Bring his picture out. Let's do what he says. My car is right this way if you want. No. She'll be happy with that. We need to go. Let's go.
Oh, fucking cold. What's that? I forget to shut my door.
No, let us go first.
back on track. JT's run the new, bigger, bolder idea past Andrew.
We're going to have a festival. We're going to make it a social day out. We want music, we want fun, we want entertainment. We just want to...
Lines for information and support. Next, a group of youths go on a mugging spree in a residential area. It's traffic cops.
Join me, Bradley Walsh, on a journey that's laugh out loud fun as I reveal what makes me in a joke fest with gag after gag after gag from my favourite comedy geniuses.
I'm expecting us. What does he say?
I don't know, I don't speak English.
That is genius to be able to do that. I was trying to explain one or two things. The best stand-ups, double acts and sitcoms.
In Bradley Walsh, My Comedy Heroes. Starts Saturday at 9:05 on Channel 5 and My 5. Jade loves her clothes to smell amazing and fresh, so she uses Comfort Fabric Conditioner in every wash. Yeah, smells amazing. New and improved comfort fragrance. Enjoy 100 days of freshness.
Now that's a fine-looking fish on your dish. The fishmonger on Market Street has fresh whole salmon like this beauty at just $6.99 a kilo with more carb exclusives. More of a merry Fishmas.
Sorry.
That's unique. Embarrassing. Oh, no. I'm heading back on the ESC for a party. You should come.
Let's go.
Oh, take my number.
You won.
Christmas, a time for sharing. Some things a little trickier than others. Walker's Crisps, on the other hand, made for it. Walker's, actually made for sharing.
Rosa Ocean, the new eau de parfum by Prada.
It's that time of year again where everyone knows that anything goes. Sprouts on everything. Everything. Unwrap wraps while you wrap. The rules are there are no rules. There's no method to your gravy madness. So Cantonese your Christmas Eve. Give Santa what he really wants.
It's taco time!
And when you're over leftovers, call in the ramen. Anything goes at Christmas. From big brands to local favorites, it's all on your doorstep with Deliveroo.
Searching for fun? There is another way. Find the fun with Admiral Casino and play your favourite games. Join Admiral Casino and feel the flutter.
Why do we at Emma prioritise having sleep experts design sleep products just for you? Because your body needs certain things to sleep better, like our pillows with cooling technology and adjustable layers, and award-winning mattresses designed to help you awaken your best. Find quality sleep products at emma-sleep.co.uk.
And I think to myself, what a
Les petits bains, jeu de parfum, and then your extrait. Lancôme.
With live NFL Monday Night Football on the way at 1, with Miami Dolphins versus Tennessee Titans and New York Giants versus Green Bay Packers. Right now, a massive manhunt in Trafford Cops.
Ojo Live Casino sponsors late nights on Channel 5.
Police emergency.
Failed to start approximately 10 minutes ago. Warning markers, violence, kidnapping, and robbery.
Stop there now! Don't fall! I'm sorry! Handcuffs.
Derbyshire's traffic cops on the front line. Don't push me!
I require a sample of breath from you, okay?
Patrolling some of the UK's busiest and most dangerous roads.
Crash.
I've seen far too much death in my 27 years. It's heartbreaking, really.
You don't realise that they have a killing machine under the foot.
Dealing with everything from the reckless and wanted
to organised criminal gangs.
Get out of the car! We have to back! Don't do that!
When that radio goes, you just never know what's going to be next.
It's a knife just in here.
Policing in the heart of the country.
Let go of him!
They're surrounded on all sides.
Being told numerous times to move away. And battling to maintain law and order is a constant challenge.
Get on the floor! Get on the floor!
For the traffic cops.
Coming up in Derbyshire. The traffic cops are on the hunt for runaway suspects.
Get in now! Get in now!
Teenage tearaways.
If they suddenly decide to stop, and she's going to get her right kick in.
Testing officers to the limits. A stolen van full of burglars.
People have been found abandoned now.
Desperate to evade arrest.
And pass you on. We may have just found the heat source. We're just checking it out.
And a wanted suspect caught with a stolen car.
We've met before, haven't we?
With over 3.5 million thefts in the last 2 years, our vehicles and homes are constantly at risk. In Derby,
Disco driver.
traffic cops Alex Boniface and Jason Potts are dealing with a suspected unlicensed driver.
We'll just deal with the document offences that Potts will sort out.
I've done it for 28 years. I've seen a lot in my service, good and bad, and there's nothing like the buzz. I've come to work, working as a team.
No apologies, let you all late now.
An urgent call has come in.
You're on 3 offenders, are there? See.
Police controllers have received a 999 call from a member of the public.
Meeting with us regardless of traffic, so you're okay.
A few miles away, there are reports of an alleged violent mugging.
Notified 7 fields. There was fabricated and jump out. We've got a catch.
Both what?
The area Alex has been called to is residential, with lots of pedestrian walkways.
And that in itself has its problems because that path goes through some estates. Obviously, along with that, you get street robberies, they like muggings. Yeah, it's problematic and it's hard to police as well.
As Alex and Jason race towards the area, there's more concerning news.
There was a full report of somebody else being assaulted and back stolen again for use. I think there was about 10 spells of it on the scene.
The details on Sierra One. All right, just down there as soon as we've got it. See on the fridge. Be there as soon as we can.
What's the locations of these areas? We always say that.
Yeah, that's clear.
The area is being flooded with officers.
Yeah, make the way. Other calls commencing, counters of 50 to 20 of them. grab the hold of them. So there's a number of people every time.
Whatever was happening on that path was spiraling out of control, and the offences seemed to be getting worse and worse. There was a group of youths with their hoods up, demanding property from people with violence, and then people were now obviously becoming injured, and he's nipping in the bud and he's gripping.
A local beat officer, Kavita Sahota, is on the lookout and thinks she spotted the gang of suspects in the distance.
Don't be funny, broke up lad. You could get the tracksuit heading.
Where? Anywhere?
Yeah, just. And they're running.
The officer that was chasing after this group, it wasn't possible to pinpoint exactly where she was. So you're in this awkward ground of, we can hear what's going on. We can hear her shouting that she needs assistance, and she's chasing all of these offenders. She's massively outnumbered. You just feel helpless.
Where?
It's the housing.
At the back of your mind, you're thinking, if they suddenly decide to stop, thinking it's only one female, we can deal with this, then she's going to get a right kick in. And we've seen this happen, and the potential and the danger and risks to her are really high at that point.
Come on, it's the place. Make the way to that area.
It's that way, mate. I think it's that way, yeah.
You're all right.
Which way?
Jump in. Which way have you gone, mate? Yeah.
With Kavita found, the next challenge is finding the gang.
Yeah. Down there. You're all right. You did well. The estate is built with lots of alleyways and rat rooms. From a police perspective, it was a nightmare, and any time lost is an issue. Where do you think, Foxy?
It's fenced in gardens, houses back to back, 6-foot fences. And it was just like, wow, where do you start?
Where we were on that street, where would that come out?
Right here.
So
Right here, this is
they're in that
straight
centre
on it.
bit.
Now, and then look, reports now another night coming in saying police officers looking for some robbers. They are behind my house, they're behind the fence.
Where is he?
No, they went over our back garden and then into the garden behind.
And he has up to the far
Garden.
Right, okay. No, garden's clear, mate.
It was just like all on manhunt. Let's get these scumbags locked up before they do some real damage.
Yeah, who's the scumbags? The police are fucking dodgy. The NHS are fucking dodgy.
Coming up,
Get in now!
the teenage suspects are surrounded.
They're going round. Get in now!
It's in the field down there.
And
Where is it?
Behind in that tree stump.
after reports of daytime burglaries in Chesterfield,
Probably a couple £100 worth of power tools.
the cops close in on a gang of thieves.
2 officers in the field, keep going forward. The heat source we're looking at is in the woods.
Xbox Series S console under the tree. Thanks, Ferry. Scoring big this Christmas.
And check out these Adidas Run 60s trainers. Oh, that sound, that.
All the gifts for Christmas Day, plus ways to pay that work your way. Shop Very today.
Come on, Santa. This Christmas, choose Duracell. Mr. Buble, some good news. In blind taste tests, our Asda extra special luxury mince pies proved as tasty as M&S.
Well, I could have told you that. M&S tasted as the price, right?
Walking in the winter wonderland.
Oh, yeah, that'll go nicely.
Think about the recipe.
Think about the flavors. They're gonna love this.
Chef?
I put paprika in.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, baby, shake all night long. Shake it.
These are the stains Persil is made for. Our new best ever capsules are here for outstanding stain removal, even in a quick and cold wash, leaving no residues behind. New Persil capsules, now in a plastic-free pack. Keep away from children.
Try new PG Tips. Perfect flavor release in just 60 seconds. For our best ever taste.
It's time for a treat. Introducing the Big and Cheesy with or without bacon. Only available until the 3rd of January.
Home is one little word packed with potential. It's creating a space for a lifetime of lions. It's having a place to savor years of homemade moments. And it's knowing that something's not just made to be stylish. It's style that's made to last. Because you don't just furnish a home, you grow one. Oak Furniture Land. Grow your home.
Dream, 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 I want you in my arms when I want you.
Ambrosia. Devon knows how they make it so creamy. And for a delicious breakfast, try our irresistibly creamy porridge. No need to add water or milk. It's truly ready to eat.
Blue toilet blocks. Intense cleaning foam from your system's blue water and a stronger fragrance for clean, fresh toilets. Discover Blue toilet blocks.
I should go to bed. I do feel tired. It's crazy. My eye's aching. This eye is aching like crazy. I've got like a chat with my daughter, and it's got a different girl there. You know, it's when you look at the chat, fucking, you can see it's not my daughter. So as it goes, I got so many pictures. It's crazy. When my daughter was in my arms, a little baby in the hospital when she's born, and I got more than that. I got loads of photographs. It's crazy, you know. So I shared a load of shit down that chat, and I don't know what they're thinking now. I don't really care. I remember I was on a bus with my daughter, right, and my daughter says to me about Vanessa, the lady I employed to do the piano keys, and we had sex in the warehouse and everything. Well, later on in the years, I see that Nessie, and she was walking up Green Lane, and she had loads of kids with her. Some of them kids could be mine. I don't know. I said to my daughter, I don't know if I've got any more kids or not. I mean, you know, that's it, really. I've got to try to tell you now, because the fucking police smell. I can smell them from here, the bastards. They're shouting and going crazy at kids.
One of them ran out pretty much into Jason.
Evil, dominant motherfuckers they are. That's the police. So what? The kids have been nicking fucking stuff from someone's garden or whatever. I mean, don't have to scare the shit out of them. 2 police officers have got a kid here, right? They've got a kid.
As Jason takes the suspect away, Alex and Kavita are determined to round up more of the gang.
It's a gang of kids. What do you call them? Gang? You know, they're kids. They're hanging out together. Maybe done some wrong, you know, stole a few bits. I don't know, but what the fuck? I mean, the way the police are treating them kids is terrible.
With police closing in. Another boy makes a break for it.
They go round. They go next close.
Police are fucking shit.
A local officer spotted him up the street.
NHS are fucking shit. I've got friends in Texas, right? And she's chatting to me and she's saying about USA coming into the UK to fucking sort out the NHS. The army, US Army. You know, about getting the army to come to fucking United Kingdom and deal with the fucking NHS and probably the police as well. This country's fucked. USA is big enough to fucking come over this country and fucking sort things out. That was earlier when I was texting a lady in Texas, and she tells me about USA and all about the army and everything. So I'll share that shit into all different people. Yeah, ITV, BBC, all the rest of it, fucking NHS, all of them. They can all see what's going on.
And there's no escape for another suspect.
Hello, number 4. I have a young male.
A young male? How old is he? Oh, fuck, I was talking. Shit.
Right, you're currently under arrest. I'm arresting you on suspicion of assault and suspicion of robbery.
Assault? What, did he hit a policewoman?
With the male claiming he's too injured to walk, officers carry him to the police van.
Fucking police, they stink.
What? No. What we're gonna do, bro? Take off your joke, man.
I was never unwell. I was fine. Right, I was a piano man, and I got a lower backache, and I'm a little bit blind, and that's it, right? And a fucking policeman called Ian, the fat bastard, says I was unwell, and he would not get fucking arrest fucking Trudy behind me for stealing my tents and my chairs. Right, that's what she done. She stole my chairs and tents, right? And she did not get arrested. And all I got was abuse from the police officer. Oh, you're unwell. Yeah, well, you're a fucking pig. You smell, you stinky little cunt. Why don't you fuck off? That's what I should have said to the bastard.
Back at the station, Alex wants to book his suspect into custody.
I thought it was mine. Your phone goes mental.
My mum's fucking shit. I don't even like my mum. You know, she got me sectioned, the fucking bitch. I can't believe it. Mark White was a drug dealer. Yeah. Lee was attacking people and got charged with actual bodily harm. And he gave me a black eye. And Russell White, who works at Lidl's in Taunton, on the tills. He's got a girlfriend. He thinks he's all fucking happy and jolly. But let me tell you now, he was phoning up the section units and getting them to take my iPhone off me. And my daughter was getting me a phone. She got me a phone. And I think she probably got my phone back. I've still got the same phone. I paid £1,500 for it.
An officer stayed behind in case the last suspect surfaces.
This country's fucked. The police are too shit. The NHS are too shit. That's why we need the US Army. Fucking come over here and sort this place out. I mean, what the fuck?
And Alex.
I think tonight I'm going to need some ice and some ice. I'm not as nimble as these little ones. They used to be. Should be a traffic cop now.
Kids will be kids. Treat to defeat anxiety and upset. That's what I say. Look after someone.
Domestic burglary is a constant threat.
Yeah, that's because you're doing a shit job, you little bastard.
The police have set up Operation Relentless.
Operation Relentless. Well, what a load of bollocks that is, isn't it? If the police started treating the fucking kids instead of fucking arresting them and dragging them around all over the place, and fucking hell, it'd be much better. The police, they're supposed to be fucking looking after the community, but they're not. They're destroying kids because mum and dads are saying, "Oh yeah, he's robbed our place or whatever he's done, or whatever he's done." Right? I'm sure you can fucking sort things out.
Suspected of being responsible for some recent burglaries near Chesterfield. Scots received intel suggesting more burglaries may occur today.
It's likely to be in the Tunbridge Sawley area around 1-2 afternoon.
The first thing that they should find out is when someone's been robbed, their house has been burgled or whatever, they should find out what's been taken from the fucking house, right? Because it might be something you can get for the kid. You can probably treat the kid to something similar. All the same. And fucking look after the kids. Because kids are going to grow up to be adults and fucking, it's crazy.
Despite only 4 months in the job, Chris has become determined to catch thieves targeting the county.
You move in a house, it costs people a lot, and they'll do it until they get caught. It's all a case of being able to make a difference and to be able to tackle that. This sort of time of day, North East sort of Chesterfield area, is quite a hot spot at the moment for burglaries. Car theft. A lot of people tend to be out at work during the week.
As Chris nears the area where the van has been seen,
I had an Astra, right? I paid 90 quid for it. I fucking got it at MOT and everything. And I was using it to help. I was going over to see the family next door to my mum's, and some little cunt from fucking Winchester, right? A little fucking faggot, I reckon, probably queerer than a fucking fish. Stole my fucking vehicle, took it to Winchester and pissed in it. But I had a different car, so you're right.
the suspect van's movements are being monitored on police cameras.
Yeah, 49. I'm not far from there. I'll make some progress down.
There was a little bastard who burnt my shed. I'd like to know who that is. If you can find that person, right, fucking attack the little cunt, or fucking get him arrested or something. I'll be quite happy to sort you out.
Who's caught up with the van has requested the driver to stop, but he's sped off.
Confirm direction towards Godfield. So I'm having that this vehicle has been involved in the sort of crime. Hey, can we get on to South Yorkshire? Because it's possibly going to head back to there.
I don't like police. I don't like police and I don't like NHS. because they're shit.
I know potentially gone up through Ulster because I've got workmen waving towards that direction.
The local officer is caught up with it.
The vehicle's been found abandoned now, possible decamp. 49 stage 6.
He's being chased by the pigs, isn't he? So he's fucking abandoned the vehicle and run off. Nice one, mate.
Is a wooded area into the back. I would assume that if you're not hiding in nearby gardens, they've gone over the gardens into the wooded area.
That's good.
The offenders have gone into that cul-de-sac.
He's in the woods. You probably won't find him.
Somewhere else, and when we got to the top, we realised that we can't go anywhere from here. So the
Hey, Mr. Policeman, are you gay? I think you're gay. You look gay.
The lady thinks she's seen a bag on the ground behind her garden fence.
Where is it? I remember that on that chair in the back. It's behind in that tray stall.
While a local officer investigates, a police helicopter arrives to help units on the ground hunt down the fugitives.
3-1, as the units approach the railway bridge, stop under the railway bridge, and there's a gate immediately on your left-hand side as you pass under.
I got pulled over when I was in Somerset, coming up with a 303. I think I was a bit tired and all that. And the policeman says, well, what are you up to then? You got a van? And I said, yeah, that's right. I said, I'm a piano man. I'm called the piano man, and fucking, I've got pianos in the back. And he goes, oh, all right, and you can go. I thought, cheers.
The bushes, and then there's a big lake. See that? Yeah, I've got a lake at a place called 4 Acres.
You're on right track. The 2 mile away in the field, just slightly to the north is Ulston Road, which turns into Whittington Hill. And then they've mentioned the railway bridge.
As controllers help the helicopter crew try and locate the runaways. At the abandoned van, Chris is searching for evidence to link them to the recent thefts.
They've got some sort of multi-power tool with the cutting tool attached to it. I've got a drill. And here we've got sort of power saw. So probably a couple hundred quid worth of power tools, which for somebody that's got nothing to lose and a career criminal, if you get away with getting this and selling it in a pawn shop or fencing it somehow, it's a little bit of money for them. And I'm sure this wasn't the last break we were going to do today.
Yeah, but if you treat these fucking kids, you know what I mean? I'm sure they won't do half of the shit you're saying, like, you know.
Past 3-1, we've got them in a field. Yeah, officers now walking the field, keep walking towards the aircraft.
Oh, fucking hell.
Now laid down, just to the side of the woods directly in front of you. Yeah, if you go ever so slightly left, the first officer, go left a touch.
The men appear to be playing innocent. Just 2 friends relaxing in a field.
Sorry for a phone stop, I'm 200 investigators. Is anyone outstanding?
Well, there were 3 recently, the only 2 seen in the last half hour.
Yeah, possibly we've had a good look around. We're not seeing anyone else that could be a third. So this time, unless you do anything else, we can go on scene. However, stand by a second, we may have just found another heat source. We're just checking it out. Yeah, keep going forward. The heat source we're looking at is in the woods, exactly in that corner.
They've got a fucking helicopter in the sky and they're finding the people.
Yeah, past 3-1, 2 officers with the mail. He is giving up. That's everyone, all 3 counted for. Great lift.
I reckon if you look after people, you won't have so much crime. As long as you're treating someone, you know. a kid with nothing, and you sort him out with a gift or something, he's not going to want to do crime.
So there's a screwdriver being found by the occupant of this property just next to where the car was abandoned. But it's not the lady that lives here. Possibly just chucked it over here. So again, possible forensics that we can get from that.
The stolen van will now be taken for a full forensic examination.
Yeah, you got my DNA, ain't you, you fucking quiz. Fucking police, you stink. You little motherfuckers, I want to kill you.
At Chesterfield Police Station.
All those rights are on that main notice there, which you can keep. Just need search now, need to resign the property again.
The suspects will be questioned in relation to the series of burglaries, including today's.
Really happy that we've got 3 suspected criminals up today. With any luck, we'll get them charged if we've had any involvement in this, and keep 3 more suspected criminals off the street.
Coming up, a wanted suspect's caught on camera.
Oh, mate.
Leading the cops to a stolen car and an arrest.
But before I wait,
And time is of the essence.
Yeah, looks like I've got a confirmed break at this plumber's merchant.
To stop a pair of warehouse burglars in their tracks.
There we go. Just take it 300 quid at the cockatoo.
Yeah, the police can arrest some people, you know, if it's fucking terrible and it's like they're doing fucking serious crime or whatever. That's probably fucking big naughty, you know. But the young people, you know, you got to try and fucking help them.
You can have it too. And Andy, who finally found energy to Switzerland runs when he slept on his expertly designed MSC bedroom set.
My mum's a fucking bitch. She's a fucking bitch, I'll tell you. Mark White was a drug dealer, selling loads of cannabis for years. And I'll say what her house was a fucking drug den. That's what helped the family next door. I wasn't going to say no, I was going to help the family. Fuck it. I said no when they wanted me to live with them. What happened in the end? They moved away from my mum down to Millbrook. And I went down to Millbrook one time just to see them and see how they are. And then I went, and that was it. But I mean, I could see the problem. It was living next door to my mum.
He needs that extra support to get you through.
I'm Vance. I'm Paul.
I'm Alicia.
Come on.
Destroys lives. Help us rebuild them. Donate £10 today at stroke.org.uk.
I've got to rest my legs. I've got to lay out, you know, so my knees don't hurt so much. And my muscles, you know, they hurt like fuck, and my back hurts like fuck. It's from years lifting pianos. It's been crazy.
There is a goddess in all of us, strong as a lioness. Embrace the power within. Burberry Goddess, the new fragrance.
However you search for fun, Admiral Casino helps you stay in control. Want to set limits? Monitor your playtime? Or even take a break? Admiral Casino is here to make sure you take time to think. Admiral Casino, feel the flutter your way.
In a world of choices and voices, here's some inspiration. What floats your boat? What gets your goat? Do you recline on cloud nine? Or is classic your cup of tea? The right thing is your thing, and we've got just the thing for you. DFS, what's your thing?
Good morning, cup of tea. If you on hold. Thanks for holding. Put me through. Yorkshire tea, where everything's done proper.
Are you trying to solve the mystery of what's a lost?
Who are you?
I'm one of the true crime programmers from the TV.
You need to get out of here.
Well, I expected a more enthusiastic response from a fan of true crime.
Play Ojo Live Casino sponsors late nights on Channel 5. Hunting down wanted suspects using the roads often requires intel and surveillance, especially if they are hiding behind false number plates.
Nice.
In South Derbyshire,
Brand spanking new RS6.
car enthusiast PC Nick Lovett is on another Operation Relentless job.
Right. So there's no cost in it.
He's part of the Specialist Road Crime Unit.
It's a unit where you never know what's coming next. We can be tasked to hunt for wanted people, and the good thing for us, we can hunt in a pack.
Today's team includes fellow road crime cop Mark Scott. Their target, a man wanted for driving offences, also believed to be using a stolen car running on cloned number plates.
Well, there's no Nissan notes anyway. Cloning of vehicles is simply the change of the registration number to a registration number of a vehicle that they believe is legit, and if checked by the police, will not show any reason for that vehicle to be stopped.
But we just checked that address that was that flat where we convinced he was.
That's all boarded up, all windows boarded up and everything. Individuals are cloning cars for a reason. There's always something to hide. And the sooner we get that off the road, the better. Right, there's nothing here. This is where we picked him up from last time, isn't it? And we ended up doing a load of house checks. And we found him hiding in one of his friends' parents' bedrooms. He was seen in around this area last night. So it's just basically getting locked up.
We are parked at the junction.
The vehicle is directly outside the house that we did last time. Are you at the top of the road, mate?
Mark approaches the suspected stolen Nissan to check its vehicle identification number. Control room runner check.
Okay, mate, so it was stolen from a burglar in here then? So some poor innocent person has had their house ransacked to get the keys and then to get that vehicle.
Whether or not the suspect was involved in the burglary, confirmation that the car was stolen means they are more determined than ever to find the suspect.
Hello, mate. It's a good find. Yeah. Right, so where we started, what would you want us to do? Is there? That'll be gold, isn't it?
To make an arrest, the officers need proof the suspect has been driving the stolen Nissan. While Mark Scott keeps an eye on the car, Nick reviews some CCTV footage, hoping it shows the suspect at the wheel.
Oh, seeing that footage, we can identify both occupants of that vehicle, and both were known to us, and both had previous dealings with us.
Although the footage doesn't prove the men stole the car, Nick and the team want to find out where they got it from and move in for an arrest.
We don't live far from here, so we're going to do a knock on the door.
I know. Come in, mate.
He basically came to the door wearing the clothes that we can identify on the CCTVs. But there was then still a second male still outstanding.
As Scotty takes away the first suspect,
Yeah, like the blue top.
Nick searches for his friend.
I'll give you clothes regarding the car there. We've got some white cars, looks at CCTV, and there's a guy who's come out of it who's been found in your address before. Okay? You want to come and have a look?
Hey, Polly Eyes, we've met before, haven't we? You know, an arrest on suspicion of burglary and theft of motor vehicle. Where are the keys?
Both suspects will be taken to Derby Police Station.
Derby Police Station. I took a family up to see their dad in Derby.
The Nissan will be seized, searched, and offered back to its rightful owner.
Or it'll go back to the insurance company if the insurance has already paid out. Luckily, it hasn't been trashed, as we see quite often, because it's not their car, they don't care about it, and they'll just get another one.
The wanted man will be charged with driving illegally and will be interviewed about where the cloned car came from.
Clone cars are becoming more prevalent, they're becoming more used. It could be someone's got no license or no insurance or no tax, relatively minor road traffic offences, but then it does hide all the criminality. Don't think you can hide forever, because you can't. We will find you.
As well as vehicles, thieves are also targeting shops, warehouses, and industrial estates. Derbyshire's businesses are stolen from 40 times a week, all contributing to Operation Relentless's heavy workload. It's 11 p.m. just outside Chesterfield. Traffic cop Dave McAllister is responding to a possible burglary.
I was sectioned quite a lot over the years, you know, fucking, and Facebook fucked me around. Someone said it was sexual activity and nudity, so I couldn't get past that. And fucking, I don't know, fucking hell, suddenly Facebook were nice to me. They said, oh, I'd want to get back into your account. And I thought, yeah, it'd be nice. 2016 was the last time I used it. So now I use it. That's one of my groups. I've got fucking probably about 20 groups, I think. And people use them. Yeah, look, 7,500 people on that group, which I just showed you. Right, 7,500 people on my group.
Dave races to the next suspected break-in, just a few miles away.
They know what they're doing. These are the people that, you know, they're professional criminals. It was around just before midnight, perfect time to target, a place like that. They know it's going to be closed, and they know very well Friday, Saturday night, the vast majority of cops are going to be tired of dealing with drunk idiots in the town centre.
Coming up.
Yeah, looks like I've got a confirmed break at this Bournemouth merchant.
Loan officer Dave McAllister prepares to confront the thieves.
Always have to err on
I'm watching the police, right? And I can't fucking believe it. They're so fucking shit. They're dominant evil bastards. That's the police, right? Now, think about how bad they are when they get together with the NHS. The NHS and the police are fucked. I've got a friend in Texas, and she says, USA, the army, right, should come to UK and sort things out, right? US Army need to come to UK and sort the police and the NHS out. Yeah.
Well, you got to work with when your eyes are closed in the forest. You got in your pocket. And don't call them wet Tuesday night. Who you got? William Hill, it's who you play with.
Kevin McCarrott planned a new party piece to celebrate the joys of a big festive feast. A scrumptious selection of nibbles and bites, perfect for sharing on memorable nights. The most marvellous choice for the parties you've planned.
I forgot to give him a safe place to land.
Searching for fun? There is another way. Find the fun with Admiral Casino and play your favorite games. Join Admiral Casino and feel the flutter.
If you're dreaming of a fairy tale Christmas, your wish has come true.
Christmas has definitely arrived in the Cotswolds. We can let everyone in to see Christmas.
Absolutely stunning.
Enjoy the magic of Christmas in the Cotswolds, Friday at 9 on Channel 5 and Live 5.
Playa del Live Casino sponsors late nights on Channel 5. It's almost midnight on an industrial estate outside Chesterfield. Traffic cop Dave McAllister is responding to what has become a typical incident near the county's borders.
Yeah, looks like we've got a confirmed break at this Plumbers Merchants. Got a shutter that's been forced, cut through, and the door's been forced on exit. Proper job. You can see that they've used still saw or angle grinder to cut through the roller shutter, gain access. We've got quite a lot of CCTV on the building, so hopefully we can get hold of a key holder pretty quick, see if we can find a reg or at least a type of vehicle we could be looking for. We know a vehicle's been used because that is the MO for that particular type of break. However, you always have to err on the side of caution.
Other local police have arrived, along with the owner.
They'll do.
And this isn't the first time he's had to come in out of hours.
2 weeks last Saturday, they cut through that roller shutter.
Same thing.
Exactly the same, yeah.
What did it take that time?
Took 4 boilers 2 weeks ago.
Boilers. Yeah, I'm going to say, just do us a favour, don't touch anything.
As well as fingerprints.
Well cameraed up though.
Dave wants to take a look at the CCTV, which could provide vital evidence.
Your CCTV pal, can you get straight into it now? We want to get hold of a vehicle soon as. That Peugeot Ray. Yeah. You see the offenders turn up in a Peugeot Expert van. One male driver, another male is already in the back with the still saw. Gets out and immediately starts cutting a hole through the door. Just 2 of them. As soon as they've done that, straight in, clambers over, like a monkey clambers over the forklift, straight to the copper tubing and starts just handballing him out to his mate outside, who chucks him in the back of the van. It was at Foreign Warehouse. I bet they did a struggle to get hotels out past that. Before all that stuff.
Market there. It's still the on front, you know, to make it as open as possible. For sake of 300 quid at the Cockatoo, well, grief the corners, it's ridiculous.
Cause more damage than actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They knew exactly what they were going for. They were ready prepared to do it. Got the hoods up, face coverings on, wearing the standard burglar builder's gloves. Literally exactly the same lads that have been there before. They're straight back in the back and make off the street. They're there for a minute at most.
It's probably so where Cockatoo was last week. This, 2 weeks later, come back for it. I'm going from that, can you?
Unfortunately for Dave, the cameras don't clearly show the registration number of the thief's van.
Have you got somebody that can re-secure that?
Yeah, I think call up people for publishers.
Theft of metal is one of our constant problems. In the last couple of years, price of copper has gone up and up and up and up. So the people that need it on a regular basis, plumbers, things like that, if people can buy it a little bit cheaper from somebody, maybe in a pub, some will. All right, sorry.
All right.
The builder's merchant is left to his expensive repairs. The van, now long gone from the area, has been spotted by police cameras heading over the county border into South Yorkshire. So for now, tracing it will fall to South Yorkshire Police.
Theft, fortunately, is across the board. We'll get the opportunists, we'll get people who are habitually doing it. It is tricky for us, but obviously we're there to catch criminals, simple as that.
Burglaries, car thefts, shop thefts. It's disgusting. But there will always be somebody that makes a criminal living out of it. The more of these vehicles we can take off the road and the more people we can lock up, the better. We will find you and we will put you before the next available court.
In this episode, a total of 9 teenagers, aged between 12 and 17 years old, were arrested by Alex, Jason, and local police officers. They are all currently released under investigation, awaiting a video identification parade after the alleged violent robberies near Derby.
What are you looking at, bro?
I think if we got 2, that would have been a good day at the office to get them all, showed the tenacity of the officers who were there that day. And what it turned into was a really good situation where the police and members of the public worked as a team.
The man arrested in connection with the closed Nissan Note stolen in the car key burglary and caught after Nick and Scotty's surveillance operation was not charged with any burglary or theft offences. Community rehabilitation order, 120 hours unpaid work, and was banned from driving. On arrest on suspicion of burglary, got the motor vehicle. His mate was released without charge. And the 3 men in the van linked to the thefts in Chesterfield pleaded guilty to 2 counts of burglary and are awaiting sentence.
The day after people locked up, we didn't have any daytime breaks around. So it could have been these offenders for a lot of other burglaries.
It's live NFL Monday Night Football up next. Miami Dolphins versus Tennessee Titans and New York Giants versus Green Bay Packers. Don't go anywhere.
You ready? Join me, Bradley Walsh, on a journey that's laugh out loud fun as I reveal my favourite stand-ups.
double acts, and sitcoms.
I don't speak English.
That is genius to be able to do that.
Bradley Walsh, My Comedy Heroes. Starts Saturday at 9:05 on Channel 5 and My 5.
Welcome to winter on the farm. It's completely delicious.
She's an absolute beauty. I don't look like the easiest to catch.
There we go.
The team are getting ready for another action-packed week, and they're not the only ones. Cozy up for Winter on the Farm continues tomorrow at 8 on Channel 5 and My 5.
Clint Eastwood is Dirty Harry in The Deadpool this Thursday night at 11:35. But it's live NFL Monday Night Football now, which may contain offensive language and flashing images.
That's so fucking shit. And totally massive. That's space. Now, think about how bad they are when we're going against the NHS. The NHS had a piece of glass. I've got a friend in Texas, and she says, USA, the army,
The Green Bay Packers are currently holding up the final NFC playoff spot. With only a month left of the season, can they hold on with a win tonight? It really would help. And it's been a disappointing season for the New York Giants without their starting quarterback. But they have won their last 2 games. Well, Tommy DeVito and company make it 3 in a row tonight. That is the $1 million question. But tonight, guys, we have a whole bunch of fights. Not only is there one football game, but there's 2. So we're going to be focusing on the Giants and the Packers. So we're going to see what's going on down in Miami. The Titans and the Dolphins. Tyler Watson, Greg Rosenthal, Maurice Jones-Drew. Y'all ready for this?
Who's your fifth favorite to the Dolphins?
It's Rams 1. No, Jags 1. Rams 2. Chiefs, Raiders are kind of, we're like in the 3A, 3B situation in Miami. I think, we should talk about my personal business. But I love the Dolphins.
I love it. Fun time and television. Well, let's find out where you guys are tuning in from. This is Monday Night Football roll call. All right, this one, the Steelers fan on the edge here, tuning in from.
Loga Baroga?
I think it's Luga. I've been practicing.
Luga Baruga.
They call Luga Baruga, but that does not pronounce it.
That's what this is.
All right. Excited to watch this Packers side continue to develop, staying up late in Glasgow.
Okay.
You know what? I've been practicing. Okay, Giants fan from
Favre's him?
I think it's Faberton.
Favre's him.
Ready to see. Oh, Tommy Cutlets lead the Giants in victory. You know that his family is handing out some cutlets out there.
Right, yeah. What is a cutlet? This is what
it's a chicken.
This is breaded, thin chicken. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's chicken parm without the
Essentially. All right, let's get into this. Well, after an up and down beginning to the season, the Green Bay Packers look to look like a different team. Their last 2 wins come against the division-leading Lions and against the defending Super Bowl champions, the Chiefs. But the Packers have the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL. Is this a team that can make some noise in the playoffs if they can get in? What you got?
Yeah, I just think it depends on who they match up with. They're playing the best football right now that I've seen in the NFL. Defensively, they're getting after the quarterback. Is that a bad statement? Is it a bad one or a good one?
You're saying they're better than the 49ers
I'm saying, well, they started playing better than the 49ers before the 49ers got hot, right? Like, they've been playing well all season long. And granted, the thing is this. They're getting sacks on the quarterback. We didn't expect this from the Green Bay Packers. That's the other part that makes it seem so exciting, right? The Niners, you expect the Niners to go out there and do what they're doing. We didn't expect this Packers. We expect this Packers team to be done a long time ago. Am I right or wrong with that? Jordan Love is playing much better. The young receivers are playing better. They're doing a great job. Now, if they play the Niners, they're going to lose. But whoever they match up with in the playoffs, if it's the Lions, they could beat the Eagles. The Eagles aren't playing well right now.
Right? Could be the Cowboys. Yeah, to me, the Cowboys, certainly the 49ers are in another class. Defensively, I still have major questions about the Packers. You're right, they're getting after the quarterback with Rashawn Gary. But Jordan Love, his development over the last 5 weeks, I would say his last 5 games has been his best 5 games of the season, and they've gotten better and better and better to the point where he's one of the biggest stories in the entire league. That wow, Green Bay, they found their guy. The question 6 weeks ago was, ooh, are they going to maybe try to get out of this contract here? Now they look at the contract they have for him. He signed through next year. Think, ooh, that's a bargain. We might sign him to another contract, another 5 years, because he is that dude. And he's got a good matchup against a Giants defense that's been very risk-taking, and they've really come up on the back of a lot of weeks.
Yeah, well, Greg, in a little bit, we will dive more into what the Giants are looking like and what that conversation is going to be for tonight. But for now, we told you guys 2 games tonight. That means 2 reporter hits, and we're going to start with Cameron Wolf in Miami.
Thanks, Kirsten. It's a huge opportunity for the Miami Dolphins today. A win today, and they are the #1 seed in the AFC and control their own destiny for a first-round bye. And look, Tyreek Hill and Tua Tagovailoa have had the best combination receiver quarterback in the NFL this year. Tyreek Hill's pursuit for 2,000 yards is going excellent. And he said if he gets 2K, he told me this week, he's going to buy himself his dream car, Aston Martin V12. As far as the MVP race, Tyreek Hill said he doesn't think it's realistic for a wide receiver to win that award. He said, I'd be happier if Tua won this award. Well, it's an opportunity today for both of those guys to pad their MVP numbers against a 32nd ranked worst Titans passing defense. Big opportunity for them to stay undefeated at home. Now more on the other Monday night game. Let's go to Sherry Burris in New Jersey.
And all eyes will be on the quarterback. Starting for the Giants, Tom DeVito named the starter this week. He's been the spark plug for this team. They're on their first 2-game winning streak this season, and the fan base loving the energy he is bringing. His star running back this week, Saquon Barkley, said he wants to see that same motivation and confidence from his starting QB. And, quote, F it all and go out there and ball. As for the Packers, Jordan Love orchestrating 3 wins in a row, and his confidence building, getting a win last week in primetime. He's doing it all with the youngest offense in the league. Wide receiver room, average age is only 23. So as they go through those growing pains, I was told that is why they are so successful now. Kirsten?
Hey, Terry, well, look, as much as things are looking cold out there,
look at that ankle looking good. The ankle looking good. God. Go get it. Oh.
I think I'm going to bed about 2 o'clock. Oh, fuck me.
Played as good as the Browns played.
What time is it now?
David Bell for 41 yards.
We'll see him again in the playoffs.
Okay, you make Joe Flacco look like
he looked like that against the Rams.
Browns about to win that one, 31-27. Next, we got the Colts and the Bengals.
I think it's 12
Jake Browning, that's a 2018 Apple Cup. All right, Chris Ware.
Oh, it says on the computer, it says 7 minutes past 1.
Jake Browning finds Chase Brown.
I think running backs can do for you guys that are out there.
We were there at the beginning of the Jake Browning era. They need to get rid of Joe Burrow now.
Game tie, 3rd quarter here. Taylor Hudson, 7-yard touchdown. Bengals are going to win that one 34-14. All right, next we got the Texans and the Jets.
Rodgers, they're winning now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're all going to find out together. 4th quarter here.
Oh.
All right. Brees Hall. Cross to the end zone. Touchdown. 1-6.
Oh, look at that. Okay, we made it. Oh.
Okay. This is the injury right here. Yes, he hits his head hard on the turf. CJ Stroud never something like that.
Sounds like he's
Still in concussion protocol. Yeah. Texas going to lose that one 30-6. And hopefully CJ Stroud will feel better. There too. This is the game that you had on the call yesterday.
I was at this one, man. What? It was a monsoon out there too. It was raining, but these Rams came to play.
Yes, they did.
Like Stafford. Like sidearm throws.
Well, my team is politically independent. Informed alliances with whoever
Who's that?
Granary Heights, aka the arsehole of the hour. Hallelujah. Yeah, the audience will be poor and healthy. That's why I need you to compensate for the Come on, I'll get notes. All right, yeah. Well, stop doing those, please. You prove yourself. Right, how is that? Yeah, well, listen, I'm roasting all that. How do you expect to get a puppy if you're wearing a monkey wig? What wig? What fucking wig? There is no wig. I'm so sorry. It just came out of your own. How long is it? I think that's you, yeah. Listen, no, I don't think it is. Marcus Gallo, you must have balls as big as your nose to speak out like that. Thank you. The truth is, not all this hair is mine. The sides are, and I had very hurtful feelings. I thought to fashion some kind of close over, but I opted to take my myself. It might have seemed that obvious. Read your approach. Yeah, get rid of it. Or make sure it's always straight. You can do that for you, nose. Right, briefly, brother. Well, the poor tend to like biscuits, don't they? Fighting, so maybe if you promise them a biscuit one? Yes. What about offering people cheaper rents? I could go down there here. I've got hands. Yeah, fine. There's a little click already saying, hey, Nick knows. I imagine it's a fight in which biscuits are either the prime or the best. Or introduce some sort of cat. No, I have a right. The language there must be hot. Time for Julius Brisket. Julius Brisket roll. How about your left? Bit of roll. Centurion! I'm not really going back to me, I call them. Maybe I have something to offer. Oh, what do you mean? Maybe I have some inside info vis-a-vis a rival which could get advantage of your and when you see something, it doesn't make a difference. What sort of politician do you take it for? So I want us to wait. That's good one. Fine, thank you. What's the wrong? My name is Picture of the Justice, and I say the book not many of you here today are wealthy, and I declare you vote for me. You will receive 3 biscuits and some sort of biscuit-based brawl. And I pledge to impose a series of rent controls to cap the price of housing at an affordable level. I will make sure that avaricious landlords are kept in check. And what is you going down?
Oh.
Gone with that. My boyfriend hangs all the lights on when we watch telly.
You could send free chocolate in secret to someone special. Look at that friend who always makes you laugh.
Tuesday or something. Relationship.
Nice like a treat, mate. Gentle, considerate.
Did I tell you he owns his own business? I think he's going to have to keep it up.
Or for worse, our opticians own the stores, so your care is their business. Which you make them
Apparently, he's doing off the phone.
Predators by the barn. Mr. Bouble, you've got a new range to prove. As the delicious chill party, including your favourite extra special tempura tiger prawns and venison lollipops, blackberry and slow gin dip. Get 3 for the price of 2.
Oh, wow. Barbie touch of Magic Pegasus. I know a little flamingo who's loved that.
And the Nintendo Switch console got it in the bag.
All the gifts for Christmas Day. Just wait to pay the work your way. Shop berries today.
Hello, it's Dave Buckethead. I'm seeing stars. It's for everyone.
When you can soar, get fast, reliable Wi-Fi gliding through every room or money back. Virgin Radio. See what you can do.
Tough stains can be a nightmare, and detergent alone isn't always enough. So bring on Vanish to help lift those stains. The UK's #1 stain remover. Just add 1 scoop in every wash. Even at 20 degrees, our Oxy-Action formula lifts away the toughest stains, helping to keep your colours brighter for longer. Save your clothes and save more than 50% on your energy bills. Clothes live longer with Vanish.
Pringles, a taste you can't let go.
No idea. A brand new series of The Masked Singer starts Saturday the 30th of December on ITV1 and ITVX.
Hey, lights out. Goodfellow sponsors Showtime on ITV2.
Hey, Marcus. We were up there with Victor. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Your massive schnoz was damaging this campaign.
Apart from it, he actually thinks Uncle Tim knows the politics. His name is Wingman. Nick Man. Who met? I'm an advisor.
About that, you think you could get me up there? Or are you talking about it anyway? You know who really has.
Yeah, so I can send you something up. Oh, well, maybe you can conjure up an into this rent capital shit while you're at it. Oh, no, sorry, can't help you there. And why is that? I'm just a tiny cog in a big wheel. There are forces out there that
This is a PR disaster.
It is a little off, Leslie. Doing that isn't great for your hair. do we know about this guy?
Just that his name is Stylex.
Stylex. What's that? Greek? Is he shitty in Greek?
Apparently he's a charioteer.
Something else?
It says he's got mad skills.
Sounds like a fucking prat. Exactly my daughter's type. What should we do with it?
Well, the rumours can't spread far if we were to hear him now. I don't know.
Yeah, good.
What? No, look at that. Keep your giant feet out of it. But it says he's a charioteer, so he's probably got fans. If you forget about their vote, good point, though.
We're gonna think of something else. You two are getting married.
So what now?
The only way I can justify your actions.
Are you asking me or what?
Dictator of the grassy most no one. Now, if I may, sir, I get where you're coming from. It's a very clever idea. It was noticed. And I'm sure knows best. But ours was more of a... But don't tell me you're not in love with my daughter. Ambrosia, we that dreadful patois. I didn't pay 7,000 denarii a turn.
I can't wait to go to bed, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, Dad, and I don't want to marry this guy. He's a waste man.
He might not be. Oh, no, I am a waste man. She's right. I'm lazy, stupid. I've got no prospects whatsoever. Yeah, and may have been big head of hair. That along with you.
I believe that follows in the town.
Shit. Well, I've made my mind. I will be wed in the summer. And how long do we have to keep this up for? Oh, come on.
It's Freshwater's the alternative. That would also have been threatened.
Were you going to kill him? Please, Dad, just shank him up. That's much better.
How can I marry her when she does that? No. All couples want to shank each other now and again. I'm sure over time we'll be at least partially happy. Now, let me be the first to wish you hearty congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Vote Julius Priscus for a cleaner appetite.
So, to get an itch in the summer, make it look legit.
Oh, is that how you come off?
No, also fit to wears a wig.
Common knowledge.
Well, did you know it pairs a bloke with a big nose to keep it straight?
What's the relevance of the nose?
Nothing, just a bit of colour.
Okay. Got another commission for you.
So I thought, given her acting experience, maybe with flowers, maybe a fairly words.
Yes, fine. Just pay attention to my crown in here. There's moisture in the air. It's boring.
Some landlords would like a word, sir, about this rent caps policy.
What about my ablution?
It's ablutions. Their guild has always contributed to your campaign, sir.
No, I'll be static in the attic.
Yes, sir.
Now, lady. Now, my landlord.
Well, I'll straight out and say it. We think we've forgotten who your mates are.
Is that?
That is, we've been very friendly to you, so that you'll be very friendly to us. If you want our help in the future, we suggest you not be ready. Kindly reconsider. Sir?
Good fight.
How do you wish to proceed?
I think that revoking the rent cap idea now will feel like a bit of No?
I say we stick with the caps. Your final decision, Victor?
Yes, it is.
We've got a landlord by the ghoulies. Once Victor gets in, our rent might even go down.
What are you doing here, mate? We shacked up at the wifey's yard.
Yeah, forgot about that. Nice yard, then, is it?
It's fine, very big, with like proper slaves, no offense. But now we're engaged. We want to give up charioteering. Get a job with finance. Victor wants me to produce an heir.
Did you say heir?
He wants a bloody grandchild, mate. I mean, how did this happen to me? Not because I was picked for this
Victor, man, I'll get in, you know. Oh, he'll get in. We are way ahead of goals. Once we've visited the hospital tomorrow and come to the elections, we will walk it. Wait. That's our left wave, our left judges, the wig man car. He who wields the wig wins the So you give Victor the flowers and say thank you on behalf of the hospital.
Thank you on behalf of the hospital for your unflinching support.
Thank you on behalf of the hospital.
Oh.
Thank you so much, you did.
Oh.
Maybe compassionate, head tilted to the side. How are you feeling type of nurse? Or more of a strict and no nonsense, shut your mouth and drink your medicine?
The first one.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's it. Got it.
No, I mean, thank you, Marcus, for giving me this break.
Oh, it's nothing, really. What's the point in having this in power if you can't spread it around?
There have been yet more vicious slurs about me.
Oh no, what now?
They're saying that I wear a wig
Okay.
and that I hire a man with a big nose to keep it straight.
It's not that big.
That in mind, I should just back off a bit.
Cool.
Name within reason.
Now, here.
They're ready for you now. Very good. Here we go, everyone. Happy families. Hold hands, you two. You're supposed to be engaged for Joe's sake.
So much. It's an honor to meet you. Wait for that skit.
I didn't wave at the sketch. What's the sketch?
It's back there.
I just not wave at the sketch. How many? Nobody thinks so. Help me. We're slipping.
Oh.
It is my pleasure to introduce your newly elected tribune, Julius Priscus.
Who's this guy like? I know him. He's your absolute great son. All the same, aren't they? Good for bringing the rate up. Somehow about it. What it really is? You didn't pay to grab. There's a new system in place. You get fined if you don't.
See ya. I'm going to end the broadcast. Fuck it.
Showtime, show some respect. What the sponsor Showtime? I think.
What? Sensory processing disorder. This is I come from family fun. When a meeting helps me calm down, but then a time makes me feel really happy.
We know times are tough. That's why McCain is doubling its donation to Family Fund this year. McCain and Family Fund, we are.
See ya.
I am convicted. I am.